911 emergency. What's the nature of your emergency? What's the nature of your emergency?
What is this emergency that the dispatcher is talking about? The emergency is about all of these new state voter laws that makes it very difficult for millions of Americans to exercise their right to vote, especially for this particular election in November 2012. The newspapers are now writing stories on these new state anti-voter laws. Washington Post, February 2012. Voter rights provision in peril. Another story. Voter ID fight heats up in Virginia. Still another. Voter rights are still at risk. Holder warns a South Carolina rally. There's even a letter to the editor, Washington Post, the folly of Virginia's voter ID bill. The academic world is taking notice of these new state anti-voter laws. New York University School of Law published a study, Voting Law Changes in 2012, and the National Conference of State Legislatures issued a report, Voter Identification Requirement. We are not standing by idle, nor are we asleep at the wheel. We have the U.S. Attorney General in courts fighting these new anti-voter laws in every court to get them stricken from the books. However, we are engaged in this battle on another front. There is a young lady working as a volunteer in my campaign who has started a grassroots movement to help people get their state new voter IDs as a support plan to our court efforts. Her name is Shaquika, who is standing by in Times Square to tell you exactly how to get your state new voter identification. As she would say, help is on the way. I got this.
Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Help is on the way.
Yes, Mr. President. Help is on the way, and I'm that help. I'm in Times Square telling everybody about America's emergency. My name is Shaniqua, and I'm on the way with the help America needs. I got this, Mr. President. These states, with their new voter ID laws, will not keep us from voting for you in November 2012. We are going to beat them at their own game. Now listen up, y'all. For real, for real. This is a shout out to all of you who need to get your state voter ID now. Most of these state voter ID laws ask you to do the same thing to get your non-driver's ID, and it is easy to do. All you have to do is get up, go out, and handle your business. I'm serious, and you need to get serious too, okay? Now, this is how you do it. First, find out where to go. Wherever they issue regular driver licenses, which is usually the Department of Motor Vehicles. Find out where it is and go down there in person. Because that is the second thing. You gotta go in person. They have to see you and talk to you live and in person. And they usually need to take your picture. Remember, it's called a non-driver's photo ID. Now that you know where to go and understand that you gotta go in person, the third thing you need to do is find out what to bring with you. It's usually some paperwork that you already have or can easily get. But to be on the safe side, start collecting these papers now. Your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, your divorce decree, your government worker photo ID, your military photo ID, or your pay stub. So, now that you know where to go in person and what to bring with you, the fourth thing is to focus on is proof of where you live. This is called the residency requirement. So take some of these papers with you to prove where you live. A rent or house payment receipt, a utility bill receipt like your gas, light, phone, or cable, or a bank or credit union statement. Okay, we're almost there, so hang with me. Remember, they are not making this easy. They are making it as difficult as possible. That's why we're calling it an emergency. These new laws are aimed at preventing you from voting. So make up your mind now that it ain't gonna work, because you're gonna handle your business and you're gonna start now in order to strut down to your voting place and cast your vote for President Barack Obama on November 6, 2012. For real, okay? Now, back to the list of things you gotta focus on. Proof of citizenship. They need to know you are a U.S. citizen, so find as many of these papers as possible. Your birth certificate, your passport, your certificate of naturalization, your resident alien card, your immigration papers that have been verified, your social security card, number, or letter, or your original W-2 tax form. Next, be prepared to fill out a short application form. It will probably look like this. The last and final thing you need to know is that there will be a fee for you to get your state's non-driver's voter ID. The amount of this fee varies from state to state, so find out what it is in your state. It usually varies somewhere between $10 to $20, so put that money away now, because it's a small price to pay to vote for President Obama on November 6, 2012, right? Wait a minute. Listen up. Some of my friends want to give you a shout out.